I am ready. Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday night, and it is our time for Bible study, and we are in the house. It is good to see you. It is good to see all of you. Everybody on Facebook Live, it's good to see you. Share this. Tell somebody about it. We're doing Bible study right now, and hopefully, it bless you tonight. Tonight our lesson is going to deal with you know what? Really, I'm gonna preface this by saying, all of us, no matter how saved you are, we still have, well, for men, I'm like the only guy here tonight. Emotions. We have emotions. Let me see. Give me a hand if you deal with emotions. If you deal with your emotions. All right. That's good. That's good. See, here's the thing. The thing is that I really want to drive is that a lot of times, what you hear in churches is that if you really saved, you won't be feeling some type of way about certain things. Have y'all ever heard that? Some people they make it like once you become a Christian, that the things about you that were about you automatically drop off or slip off. You're not supposed to get angry anymore. You're not supposed to get upset anymore. Y'all ever heard that type of thing? Well, I heard it. I heard it. And the reason why I want to address it tonight is because the lesson tonight deals with one of the emotions. And I want us to keep in mind that for the next few weeks, I'm going to be dealing with being a Christian and dealing with different emotions. All right. So tonight, we dealing with anger. How many of y'all struggle with that? Y'all struggle with that? Yeah, well, you know what? Thank God. I used to be worse with mine, but with time and Jesus, I've gotten a whole lot better. All right, so the lesson is coming from Matthew chapter 5. It's two texts, but I want to merge them together. Matthew chapter 5. And the reason why I'm doing this lesson is because I want us to know that the Bible is there for more than just taking the text on Sunday morning and trying to get you a good catchphrase. The Bible is here to help us to learn to live happy, healthy lives. And so my job on our Wednesday nights is I like to highlight the things that we deal with on a regular. On this, because tomorrow you're gonna go to work and somebody may make you mad, and then that's the perfect time for God to bring back to your mind, I need to calm down. Which that's the name of the lesson tonight, by the way. Calm down. All right, Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 21. Jay, you have the Bible that I like? All right. I need you to read. Is it the right one? Matthew chapter 5. Yeah. Verse 21 through 24. All right, and now read it loud so the people in TV land and social media world can hear.
You have heard that it was said to our people long ago, you must not murder. Sorry,
Sorry.
you must not murder anyone. Anyone who murders another will be judged. But I tell you, if you are angry with a brother or sister, you will be judged. If you say bad things to a brother or sister, you will be judged by the council. And if you call someone a fool, you will be in danger, of the fire of hell. So when you offer your gift to God at the altar and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there at the altar. Go and make peace with that person and then come and offer your gift.
All right, that's good. That's good. And I want us to catch that. He's saying what he said about judgment, you shall be judged. Basically he's saying you can be punished for this. You can be punished for this. All right. So and I want also to notice too, he says if you call your brother a fool, like I call my brother a fool plenty of times, but I don't want it's not to be taken literal. Okay, we're gonna go into that in the lesson. All right, the next portion of the lesson comes from Ephesians. I believe it's the 4th chapter and 2 verses, and I'm gonna read those. It says, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil an opportunity. So for the topic of the lesson is the danger of anger. But you know, I like to do stuff that's kind of catchy. And one of the things I like to say is calm down. Or like once my daughter said to my son, "You mad, bro? You mad?" uh, you big mad, you little mad. So yeah, the idea, Ephesians 4, verse 26 and 27. I'm gonna try to merge those together. It's a different text, but it's with the same thought. It's the same platform of thought. And so tonight we're talking about anger. Ephesians 4, 26 and 27, and Matthew 5, 21 to 24. Okay. All right. So tonight we talking about anger. Who in here can tell me something that makes you mad? I'm gonna start. What makes me mad is when I'm driving the speed limit and somebody jumps in front of me going 5 miles less than the speed limit. And instead of them getting over in the lane where ain't nobody driving, they get in front of me and go slow. Woo! All right. Somebody else give me something that makes you mad. Bogart without a signal. Okay. Okay, road rage. Anybody else? What? Oh yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. That's good. Well, the reason why I'm asking this question is to roll into the lesson, what Jesus does in his teaching that he's given the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5. And this is what he says. He says, I know that you have heard that it's been said that if you murder somebody, you're going to go to jail, basically. But Jesus says, but I'm saying to you, if you have an issue with your brother enough to do something or say something or act a certain way towards him, then I'm saying to you that it's still a sin. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, we are taught and trained that if you knock somebody out, you wrong. If you punch somebody, if you do something to somebody, you wrong. Jesus say, before you do that, if you got something against this person enough to do something in your heart, then that's where the problem comes into play. And I really want us to do, when we look at the teachings of Jesus, and he talks about like the old laws. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, but he takes his teaching deeper than just the action itself, and he teaches to the motive. So, and I want to highlight that because a lot of times we get caught up on actions, the actions of people. You can see somebody doing all the right things and then really find out that their motives have been wrong the whole time. And this is a lot of time, this is what Jesus was dealing with in the church. They had people who did all the right actions, but their attitude, their inner motive for doing it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so Jesus, I love, by the way, I love the way that Jesus teaches when he teaches, because he always deals with the inner issue. Like you can do all the right things and still be wrong on the inside. And when God look at it, he's still accounted as wrong. You see what I'm saying? Whereas you can fool people with the right things, with saying the right things and doing the right things, but doing it for the wrong reason. And people will be okay with it. Whereas you can do that with God and it won't mean nothing. And so, and this is basically the understanding that Jesus is to feel some type of way towards a person to the point where you act on it is a problem. I'm gonna say that again. To feel some type of way towards somebody to where you act on it or you want to act on it, that's the problem. So you mean to tell me I can not slap somebody but really be thinking like I want to slap somebody and it's an issue? Yes, that's an issue. And that's the heart of tonight's lesson. Because I know we all deal with anger. We don't deal with anger to the point where we about to murder somebody. We don't. We don't deal with anger to the point where we always about to go crazy on somebody, but we do deal with it on the inside. And I want us to catch that's when it's the issue. All right, so I'm gonna start by saying this. Jesus said offenses will come. How many of y'all wake up in the morning and prepare to be offended? You used to. Oh, but was that a job situation?
you be to rehearse what you was gonna say back to her. And she was
Okay, yeah, come on now. Yeah. Look, Jesus says, offenses will come. In other words, what that means is people are going to fire off at you. I want us all to catch this. We are Christians. We live the Christian life, but I want us to get that people are going to do things that are going to make you mad. I want us to get that in our head. It's kind of crazy to say that, but here's the truth. The truth is that we are Christians, but people are going to do things to make us mad. And so in Ephesians, and that's why I said I'm gonna couple them together, because what Ephesians says is be angry, but don't sin. You can get mad, but you can't do nothing about it. That's what it sounds like. But that's not what it is. We're going to go down into the lesson. But here it is. I find this so funny. Many of us are solid Christians until you make me mad. Is that a true statement? How many times, you know what? I've seen this in so many churches. I've seen this in so many churches that you can catch a person who has sung really well, who has preached really well, or done something really well and effective in the church. You get them outside and they completely, you like, you know what happened? Somebody made them mad. Now, here's the thing. The thing is, how I want us to catch this. How did you look at that person after you saw them in a enraged? I mean, just being honest. Just being honest. You know, I'm not saying that makes them any more or less saved. No, right. See, now here's, and I'm glad that she said that, because the thing is, the first thing that comes to your head, I didn't know you was like that. But the thing is, they're not like that. They were just mad. But now catch it though. The reason why you feel some type of way is because you feel like if they're saved, if they have the gifts of God, and if they say that they're Christians, they ought to be able to control their anger. Right? Now catch it. That's what you said. I didn't know that they were like that. That's most of us. That's what we think. I didn't know he was like that. I didn't know she was like that. But the thing is, they're not like that. Have you ever said something to somebody when you was mad that you probably went a little bit overboard saying? Honestly, have you ever? Come on now. Have you?
But in these past years, I've learned how to not say something out of anger, because words you cannot take back.
Right.
Hurtful words are really damaging, and you can't retract those things, because when you're angry, or like some people say when you're drunk, what's in there is going to come out. But if you ask God to control that, then you're conscientious of when somebody makes you angry to not say anything on the compulsive, like you would want to, or like you would normally do, or like it's the norm to retaliate.
Right.
But if you're okay, God, if you don't bridle my tongue, I'm gonna blast it.
Right. But that's the thing. The thing is that if you were to see someone who you respected and revered as a Christian in their angry state, you would automatically like, wait a minute, like you can't be really saved if you acting like that. And the reason is because we are expected to be able to control our anger, right? We are expected to be able to do that. But I want us to think, sometimes it's difficult to control our anger because we naturally want to respond to the way that we feel. So, the Marcus Stewart, you slap me, be ready to get slapped back. I mean, that's just what it is. You hurt me, be ready to hurt back. Is that a true statement? If I'm like, if you push me to the point of anger, then you deserve what come with that. Right? That's right. That's normally the general. That's the way we are. Nobody is a bad person. Nobody is mean. Nobody, But if you push me to that point, then we going there, right? But here's the understanding, and this is why the lesson is so. Here's the lesson. The lesson is boy, I be hate these. I wish I could just rip some of the pages out sometime. But the thing is that you ought to not let nobody push you to that point if you really have something down on the inside, right? Okay, and I'm not judging nobody, I'm not criticizing nobody, but here's the understanding. This is why we're dealing with the lesson tonight. Because the lesson tonight deals with, we have to deal with people that are going to offend us. We have to deal with people, in the world that we live in. Some people you can't negotiate with. Some people just, you know, it may sound a little harsh and I apologize, but stuck on stupid. And no matter how much Jesus you have in you, you can't pull a Jesus out of them or put Jesus into them. We deal with people like that every day. Is that a fair statement? But here's the thing on tonight's lesson. Tonight's lesson is designed to get us to think about and remember that we are Christians. And we cannot allow ourselves to respond the way that the people in the world respond. And we're going to deal with that a little bit more. But here's what it says. Think of the damage that uncontrolled anger can do in your family, in your relationship. Because I want us to catch this. The devil destroys relationships. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah.
Now, the way that he destroys is by us allowing our emotions to get the best of us to the point that we do something or say something out of our character.
Yeah.
Think of this. You have a son, you have a daughter that you love very much, a brother, a sister, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, whoever it may be, a boyfriend, a girlfriend that you built a relationship with, and in a moment of anger, you say something or do something, right, that completely shatters the trust or the love or the bond that y'all have. Are y'all catching what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? Because this is what the devil does. The way that the devil destroys our relationships is he uses those little quick moments like that where, oh, I didn't mean to say that, but it accidentally came out. And so I had to, and tonight's catches, I want y'all to repeat after me. Say, God, help me to calm down. Lord, help me calm down. Tomorrow in the morning, I used to not be a morning person. Lord, help me to calm down when I see the coworker that I don't want to see. Lord, help me to calm down when my boss come ask me to do something that I don't feel like is my job. Lord, help me to calm down when they don't get my food right at McDonald's. Lord, help me to calm down when somebody cut me out. I mean, really. The understanding is we got to be mindful that the devil uses our emotions sometimes against us. All right, and so we have to fortify ourselves. Okay, now here's what it says. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. To me, it says two things. Number one, we have to be able to resolve the issue. Be careful not to harbor anger inside your heart. And Matthew gives the remedy for this when he says, go and be reconciled. If you realize, okay, and now here's another lesson, and oh man, I hope I get to the whole lesson tonight. But he says, if you at church and you about to give God your offering, and you realize you and your brother got odds against each other, leave your gift. Don't take your gift back with you. Leave it there. And then this is what God cares about. Before you present your offering to God, go and reconcile yourself to your brother or to your sister. Here's my question to us tonight. What if God did not accept your praise, your worship, or your money because you had something against somebody that you didn't resolve? What if God didn't resolve? We go to church and everybody be ready to do all the extra theatrical stuff at church. And I'm not knocking it. I think it's good. But what I want us to understand is the kind of things that God respects over the kind of thing that we think God respects. What church people respect. God says, if you have something against your brother, leave your gift there and then go be reconciled to your brother, because to God, the relationship is what matters. The restored relationship is what matters. Now, and I want us to get it, because sometimes people are just beyond being reconciled with. I'm gonna share with y'all a thing that happened to me. It was a few years ago. I was young. I was hot-headed. So I got into it with one of my coworkers. But the thing is, the boss left him in charge. But this guy, when the boss leave him in charge, he get power hungry. They get the power trip. So I just flat went off, and we exchanged words or whatever. And so I went back, and even though I was young and hot-headed, God was still in my heart and my mind. So when I went back, I was so mad. And then when I actually calmed down, God was like, you got to go apologize to him. So automatically, I started living with God. God, now see, this is what I'm talking about. These people can say whatever they want to say to me, and then when I, say what it is I gotta say, you always come to me like I'm wrong. God, I do feel like I was wrong, but He was wrong too. And then me and God, we had a kind of a discussion about it. But at the end of the day, God said, you got to be the bigger person. My question is, do I always got to be the bigger person? Do I? And this is what God, He showed me this. He had to teach me this. Yes, you got to be the bigger person. You know why? Because you are the bigger person. The world is going to be the world. But we're supposed to be the example, right? The world responds to anger with anger. Is that right? The world responds. If somebody get mad with somebody in the world, you expect it to fight. But the way we stand out as Christians is we're not supposed to beat fire with fire. We're supposed to beat fire with water. I want us to catch that. And so the thing is that I knew he was going to feel some type of way. So this is what I did. I went to him and I said, you know what, bro? I'm going to tell you straight up. You know what? What I said, I meant what I said, but it shouldn't have came out that way. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to apologize to you. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but that's what I meant. And then I said this. You know what? You can stay mad at me, but from here on out, on my end, I'm squashing it. And it's just like that. And the thing with this guy is he had already been having issues, and I'm saying this to make a point. He had been having issues with different people at the job, and they had ongoing feuds and battles. I went to him and I said to him straight up, look, man, if you have an issue, keep your issue, but I'm not going to have an issue. So you can stay mad at me, but I ain't going to be mad with you from here on out. I'm squashing it on my end. And so you know what happened? The next day, he came and talked to me now he didn't apologize. But the next day he came and talked to me like we had been friends, and I'm looking at him like, you ain't mad? Or he was like, oh no, I let it go too. To me, I was amazed, and then immediately that's when God said, that's what was supposed to happen from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? The understanding is that we are supposed to be the light of the world. The world is in darkness, but we are supposed to be the light of the world. Light, not in what we say, but in the way that we respond to different things. Now look, here's anger. Anger wants to retaliate. Anger want to get even. Anger want to do for do. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And you know what? I ain't going to say, you kill my dog, I kill your cat. No, you kill my dog, I'm killing your dog, your cat, your chicken. I'm chopping off some toes. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't have brought that out. But here's the thing. The thing is, if we at the church and we arguing, and there's people at the park across the street and they arguing, where's God at? Where's God supposed to be at? He's supposed to be at the church. But the thing is, he's not at the church. But you don't expect God to be at the park, but you do expect God to be. You understand what I'm saying? And it goes right back to the question that I asked earlier at the beginning. If you see somebody doing some major ministry in church and then you see them outside going crazy, you're going to look at them like, and it's not because you don't understand that they're angry, but it's because you expect to see something different. I want y'all to catch that. It's because you expect to see something different. So here's the gist of tonight's lesson. We have to learn to use our anger as fuel to push us harder towards something positive and constructive. Do y'all believe that anger can be used as a fuel? I do agree with that. I got so angry one time, I started jogging. How crazy is that? I got so mad, you know what? I'm just going to run. That was a positive way to get rid of the anger. Now, here's the thing. Anger, if lashed out without it being controlled, it hurts other people. Now, look, you cannot hold the anger inside because what's that's going to happen? It's going to hurt you. So what do you do with it? You got to learn how to use it. It's just like air. Our emotions are not designed for us to hold in. It's like breathing. I want us to catch this because this is what I say. The Bible is here to teach us how to live Christian life. It's just like air. If you breathe in and don't breathe out, you still gonna die. If you breathe out without breathing in, you still gonna die. The understanding is with our emotions, it works just like that. There are things that we take in, and then there are things that we have to release. And when you have these emotions, all the times the emotion is not there for you to respond or retaliate. Sometimes the emotion can be used to push you in a different direction or to push you into a new frame of thought. I'm reading this book a few months ago, and this young lady lost her mom and dad, And she had been holding that in until she saw a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist said to her, you know what, maybe the hurt and pain that you feel is for you to do something. And she was like, well, what can I do? It made her start reaching out to other people who had felt the same issues that she felt, and it helped her to find purpose by helping other people find purpose. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying that sometimes that the things that we deal with in our emotions, they're not there for us to hold on and harbor so that we can do negative. But sometimes they're not sometimes, all the time, they are there to be used for us to use as fuel to do something constructive and positive. And I want us to catch that. He says, well, my notes say we have to learn to use our anger as fuel and use it to push us harder towards something positive and constructive. Now, here's another on the Ephesian side. Don't give place or opportunity to the devil. I want us to catch this. We don't catch nothing else tonight. It is the devil's job to discredit your character. It is the devil's job to discredit your character. Nobody respects you if you don't have a solid character, right? For a person that lie, you don't respect that. For a person that cheat, you don't respect that. The devil's job is to make you be one of those people that is not respected. So that when you open your mouth, the people don't already close their ears to what you got to say because they don't respect you. This is the devil's job. The devil's job is to assassinate my character. If I get up and I preach a good sermon, if I do a good lesson tonight on YouTube Live, make sure you tell your friends about it. If I do a good lesson, or I preach, or I do whatever it is that I do in church, but I'm known as a man that sleep around with a lot of women, what is that going to do? That's going to discredit my character. And not just me, that goes for all of us in here too. I want us to catch this, that you are where you are for a specific reason. Do y'all believe that?
Yeah.
The job that you work, you there for a specific reason. The place that you are in life, you are there for a specific reason. Now, I want you to catch it now, because you there for a reason. The devil know this, and so does God. So now the devil's job is to discredit your character so that you can't do what it is that you dare to do. While God's job is just say, all you got to do is let your light shine. You ain't got to tell nobody how saved you are. You go to church every Sunday. You ain't got to tell nobody how much Bible you read. I go to Bible study every Wednesday. Now, you ain't got to tell nobody that. But the difference is going to be shown in how you act, how you respond. You know, I used to work at a job, and there came a time where I had to stop it. I cut it off. I wasn't sexual no more. And it wasn't cool with all the other fellas at the job. But guess what? I wasn't trying to prove that I was saved. I just decided this is the point in my life that I'm going to be. And then you know what happened? Other people start doing. I said that to say God wants to use us at the place that at school, at work, at home. God wants to use us. But now he can't use you if the devil can catch you at a moment where you about to slap somebody. You always ready to go off. You always ready to tell somebody a piece of your mind. You always ready to flip. You always ready to go there. We always ready to, you push my button, I'm going to push your button. You always ready to go there. But the thing is, God can't use you like that. My thing is, Christians are identified by character, not conversation. I want to say that again. Christians are identified by character, not conversation. That means we are identified by the way we act, the way we treat people, the way we talk to people. And the light starts to shine when you at work and somebody come at you wrong and you don't go off, but you still tell them, hey, look, man, you can't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that. Without going crazy, without cussing them out, without being mean, without being belligerent. Listen, brother, I mean, we can be friends, but I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? So please respect me. You know what I'm saying? And let them know you're not going to bend, you're not going to bow on that. That'll bring the respect, as opposed to for someone else who would not have been as Christian as you, have crossed over to the other side yet. Oh, you better do that. You understand what I'm saying? The thing is that we are where we are to be a light. God is using us where we are to be the change, not just talk about the change. Our job is not to beat people down the throat. I'm a Christian, go to church, love Jesus, blah, blah, blah. No, our job is to show them. And then when we start showing them, that's when things begin to change. Now, here's my question as we get ready to close tonight. I want us to think of something or someone we may be angry with right now. Put somebody in your mind that you're angry with. Put somebody in your mind that you're angry with. Put them in. Put them in. Yeah. Or if it's more than one, get them in your head right now. Get them in your head right now. Somebody that you angry with. Now here's the question. Lord God is so funny, man. What if God, the person that you angry with, is it justified? The reason why you mad at him, is it justified? Your reason is justified? I know mine is. Whoa. Yes, yes, yes. They was wrong. I'm right. But here's a thought tonight. Y'all got them in your mind. You got them in your mind. Y'all have somebody that you're angry with justifiably in your mind right now. Here's the question. The question is, what if God wanted to use you to be a blessing to that person? This is what he did to Jonah. That's what he did to Jonah. Here's my next question. Can the issue be resolved? Do you or do the other person?
No, you want to calm down enough to allow.
You got to be
Yeah,
the
you want to calm down enough to allow God to work through you to fix it, because you can't do it. We can't do it on our own. If we're angry about it, but we have to allow God to come in. Okay, God, you know what? Fix that. Yeah, fix that, because if I do it, I'm gonna cuss them out, chop them up, cut them up, and throw them outside. But okay, God, fix me so that I can deal with this in the right manner. And when you go to that person, or when you have to say something to that person, God, work on me, work on my tongue so I don't say the wrong thing in the wrong manner, so they don't take it wrong. And I find myself doing that. That's a growth for me. I find myself doing that, because normally
you'd be like,
I'm just gonna, say what I have to say and don't care about the.
No, I want us to. Here's the thing. I want us to understand that it's not our job to change anybody. It's not our job to make nobody be different. It's our job to not hold nothing in our hearts while we doing what we supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? It's not my job to force you to see that you're wrong. My job is just to stand on what's right and do what's right without having something in my heart against you. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, if I could leave anything with you, it's very dangerous to harbor anger or to not control or discipline your anger. It's designed for us to use it, a positive way. But the best thing that we could do is pray for patience and ask God to help us to calm down. Because the effects of anger, where you can take a second of anger and destroy a relationship that took you 5-10 years to build. In a moment of anger, you do something, or you said something, or you go there, destroy something about your life. Somebody could have been watching you, about to give you a promotion, and you went off, and then they say to you, they say to themselves, you know what, I can't give it to her because she don't know how to control herself. You see what I'm saying? And I want us all to be mindful of that, man. God has us in the place that he has us for a reason. And I want us to stay mindful. Do not lose your temper at work. Do not lose your temper when you're dealing with your kids. So, I agree with that. You know what? Here's what I say. I say this. If you had to be mad to say something to somebody else, then you probably shouldn't say it. If you got to be mad to say what it is that you really want to say to somebody, you probably shouldn't say it. Or you should probably review your motives for saying it at that time. If you really wanted to help somebody, or you really wanted to resolve the situation, you wouldn't have got mad and said that. You'd have been calm and said, you know what? Come here, let's discuss it. You know what I'm saying? And I want us to get that. We have to resolve conflict with people. People are difficult in our lives. Sometimes the issue is not the other people. Sometimes it be us. Our attitude be bad. Our temper be bad. So, the gist of the lesson tonight is for us to not just be mindful of the people around us, but just be mindful of ourselves as we deal with the people around us. So with that, we're going to do some questions and stuff offline. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all back again next week. Be sure to go to our website. It's www.thegodmovement.com. Our YouTube channel is TGM Television, and you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter. We have a whole lot of quotes You can go to our Facebook page. Instagram and Twitter is _God Movement, and our Facebook page is The God Movement. Go share a quote. If you like some on our page, share it. Tell everybody about this, and we look to see you next week.